Today on Tanaka Homestead, I want to talk to you about Awapuhi in your garden. Awapuhi, which is also known as pinecone ginger or shampoo ginger, is actually related to turmeric and ginger that you get at the store or you eat with sushi. Very similar in that Awapuhi grows from a rhizome just like those two plants do, which is kind of nice. Awapuhi is a perennial and it grows in zones 8 through 10. It requires full sun or partial shade, and it can grow in a container or the ground. But if you're not somebody that wants to deal with shoots just kind of popping up wherever they want, you may want to stick to a container. As with most plants, you want to make sure you have good draining soil. And as far as Awapuhi water requirements, everything says, make sure the soil's moist and this and that. I gotta tell you, I do absolutely nothing. I live in Central Florida. They're planted in multiple locations around my garden, and I do nothing. I do not water it on a schedule. I do not add fertilizer. I do nothing, and they die back in the fall and they come right back in the spring. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't get more low maintenance than that. Here's some of my Awapuhi. Some along the side over there, and then some right here in the middle. Here are my most mature Awapuhi plants. They've been in this same place and spreading, might I tell you, for years. So they die back in the fall, like I said, and new shoots sprout up in the spring. The range as far as height for this plant is about 4 feet, which this one is to 6. And I would agree with that just based on what I see. And when they're mature, you'll notice these pine cone looking, they're not called pine cones, but they're called an inflorescence that will show up. You'll notice much shorter than the plant itself. So don't go looking for them up here. You gotta look for them lower to the ground. But these inflorescence, what will happen is they'll make these beautiful kind of yellowish flowers that stick out from these petals. You see these overlapping petals, and over time those will die. And then this pine cone is gonna turn from green to red, signifying maturity. Now, you can squeeze this now. I mean, I do it, and it almost seems like I get more juice out of these pine cones when they're green like this, but you have to make sure to not damage them, because if you damage them, forget it. When you harvest the juice from these pine cones, let me see if I can squeeze a little. Let's see. Yeah, you see that? I'm not gonna squeeze a lot. But when you harvest the juice, people do it in different ways. They'll harvest little by little. So if you harvest one day, you can come out the following day and they will refill, which is kind of neat. And that's what we do. I do that with my girls. Will come out here, we kind of milk them, get all the juice, go inside, and we make hair products with it. Of course, the pine cones that develop, people will juice them for cosmetic purposes, put in the hair and all kinds of stuff. The leaves here, people use for culinary purposes, like they will wrap various food items in these leaves and cook it. And then of course the shoots and the rhizomes can be used as well. Let's say you're growing this and you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't really like the location. This is kind of taken over in this one area, which for me, I could care less. But if you wanted to move the Awapuhi that you have planted for whatever reason, all you have to do is go to the base and dig up the rhizomes. Now, I would probably do this on the down season. I wouldn't do it now. I let it do its thing. And then when all the shoots die back, you can go down and you can gather up rhizomes and you can plant them in different locations. So very versatile, just such a cool plant. If it looks like there are beads of sweat rolling down my face, it's because there are beads of sweat rolling down my face. It's 10:15 in the morning and it literally feels like it's 100 degrees out. Here we are in Central Florida, right? But I hope that you enjoyed my video and I hope you got some useful information. If nothing else, hopefully it encourages you to try to grow Awapuhi at your home or in your garden. Now I'm going to do a future video showing you how we juice and how we filter and what we do to store. You'll be surprised to learn that Awapuhi can store for a very long time in your fridge and certainly can store for quite some time in your freezer. So thank you so much for watching my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, and happy gardening. Bye-bye.